Hi, baby.
Hi, baby. How are you?
I'm good. So we thought we would come out and do a little progress video before we start working today, because we've made a lot of progress, and we want to make sure that we have all of that recorded.
It's a cold winter Pacific Northwest day.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I've got my hat on. How do you say it, baby? My toque?
It's a toque.
I'm learning Canadian. Yeah, I've got my toque on and several layers.
I don't know what that is. Things are starting to fall apart.
We're growing moss. It's all good. We've been here a while. It's okay. All right, so where do you want to start, sweetie?
Well, I thought we'd do a little bit of a tour of our progress so far, and we'll intercut with some photographs or footage of the bus before we did any work.
So do a little before and after.
Plan to do. So outside first.
Okay.
One of the big selling points when we first saw her was the windows. We like the windows. They're double glazed, and they had this emergency hatch.
Like every window is an emergency exit, basically.
Which we thought was really cool because we could open it up and get some air in all the time. But after some thought, we decided, because we're going to do the roof raise, we're going to take the windows out anyway. Mm-hmm. And another couple who were doing a bus conversion on a Prevost coach, Rehabilitate. We'll link to them down below. We're great fans. They decided the same thing. During their conversion process, they were originally planning to keep the windows. They decided against that for a number of reasons, which made perfect sense to us. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that the old ones leak. These leak horribly.
Yeah, we've noticed.
Right around the corners, mostly.
Yeah. Is it an MCI, their bus?
It's a Prevost.
Is that the same?
Oh
thing?
No, I'm wrong. Oh my gosh.
It's an MCI.
I have to cut that out. It's an MCI.
Oh my God, I was right. Anyway,
Sorry, Don.
we're in rare form today. I don't know why, because it's cold and it's Saturday and we're tired. Anyway.
Rehabilitate is a bus that they have an MCI, and they were going to keep their windows probably initially for the same reasons we were, mostly because it looks nice and they're there, and why not reuse? However, during their conversion process, they changed their minds, as we have as well, and probably for the same reasons. We have double glazed windows. I don't think they did, but ours leak. It's very dark inside too.
But also, we have to take them out. This is a reason that's different from theirs, because they are not doing a roof raise. We are, and so we're gonna have to take all our windows out to do the roof raise. And we just figured, well, let's make some conscious choices around why we're going to keep certain windows and why we're going to replace some of them with RV windows. So.
Yeah. The luggage bay doors, the basement doors, have some issues. The mechanisms that lock it work on some. They work here just fine. See, it loosens up, and if I don't, it's locked. Mechanism inside the doors rather. Some of them work, some of them don't. This one works. That one doesn't.
Yeah.
This one sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, and it's the same in these. So we're not, rather than replace them with the mechanisms. I'll tell you one thing I don't like. These handles I don't like because my big hands, and it hurts.
Yeah.
And I don't like them.
I don't like them either.
So we're gonna get rid of those. And one of the things we want to do is replace the mechanisms for these doors. Now, there's a couple of options we have. I like the second. I'll tell you the first though. First is simply replacing the gas struts with something with a little bit more oomph to it. That way, when you open it, unlatch it, it'll open up by itself. Problem is, then you have to try and close it against the pressure of the gas.
Would that be like a linear actuator?
No, that's the second choice that I'm getting to.
Oh, okay.
And then rather than locking, and this is actually probably what we're going to do anyway, rather than using the mechanical locks like you see here, that locks them in place, and they don't have any locks to actually hold them locked. There's the pneumatic locks that had kept the luggage bay doors locked with air pressure, they've been taken out before we got the bus. So we're going to use probably mag locks, which we'll use when the system, and when we don't have power, for one reason or another, if we're leaving her parked for an extended period of time, we'll actually chain her locked through the floors. There's another bus I've seen that did that. They don't have a YouTube channel, so we can't link to that, but I like the idea. So the mag locks, well, we have power and it'll be constantly powered. It doesn't take that much power. Hold them shut, release the mag locks, and then lift them up. Now, as my lovely wife had said, we want to use linear actuators instead of gas struts. So we'll have a gas strut on one side, a linear actuator on the other, and a little push of a button on your phone, and boop, boop, boop. They open up all by themselves, and that holds them open, and it holds them shut. So we don't have to worry too much about that. So that's what we want to do with the bay doors. We had gone through, when we knew we were going to have problems with this, we thought, oh geez, maybe we'll just put hinges and open them this way, or hinges and open them that way, or something. Yeah, I kind of like the way they open like this.
All kinds of ideas, but yeah, they're nice doors.
And it doesn't take space to open them.
So they're mostly fine. We just need to figure out how to open them and keep them locked.
And I like if we can get rid of these.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Something else we want to do is we're going to do the roof raise. We're going to be cutting probably right under here, which is, there's a framing member here. We'll cut right under that. This trim is going to go away. And we're going to be, we're lifting it about 12 inches, so we're going to be riveting the sheet metal here, along here. And then we'll put another piece of trim back. But what I'd like to do is put wooden trim. Maybe even some teak, if we can find that.
Well, we have a friend who's saving some teak for us. Her name is Morgan, and we love her very much.
We do love her very much.
Yeah,
whether or not we have enough to do that, that'd be great. But I love it. It's like a boat. It's like the teak trim on a boat, which I'm used to. You sand it down, you varnish it. It's so pretty. So we'll do that here. That's what we want to do here. Like nice wooden trim on a bus. Why not?
Yeah.
These, again,
we can't get them
open because of it doesn't work. This mechanism is jammed. So I'm gonna have to
cut them out.
I'm gonna cut it out and open it up and then do something with
Which is what you
doors.
did on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So, and you know, on the other side, there's one of these shorter doors that we want to turn into a free little library. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And so we might just replace that door completely. Okay, now we're back here looking at the engine.
This is something we're using to hold the engine door open because the gas struts are gone and need to be replaced. But I was originally thinking of maybe some linear actuators for this one too, but that's a bit overboard. We don't need that, and it's also heavy.
But just something that can hold it open, right?
Yeah, so I've been propping it open with that. So we're just going to replace this.
The gas struts?
Yeah, and it'll be fine. The engine needs to be cleaned up, but it's good. And it's something to lock it with too.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get fancy with that.
Okay.
Radiator for the engine.
Which will eventually be enclosing the way it originally was.
This is how it's supposed to work on the engine bay, doesn't it? I'm not sure what we're going to do with this. I think that's a fuel filter.
Okay. If somebody knows what this is, you can tell us in the comments. But
I'm pretty sure it's a fuel filter.
Okay. It does say Detroit Diesel on it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good place.
Oh, it actually says diesel fuel processor on it.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
So I don't know what that means exactly. But...
Fuel filtering.
Oh, okay.
And it just keeps the junk out of the fuel, and but that's handy.
Okay.
And it's in a good spot, so
cool.
we'll have to leave that. But what we can do with this space, I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, maybe we put any kind of bus supplies,
oil.
Like oil and
antifreeze, all that stuff could go in here.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one of the things. This was a pneumatic lock.
Oh.
That air came in, piston went in, and it locked. It pushed down and locked the.
Do you think that's why some of them are not opening?
No, I don't think it's that at all.
Okay. They're probably just
jammed and shut.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue on.
These, we got a lot of space in here, and this is just one big open space.
It's all one huge thick compartment. So again, we're not sure what we're gonna do. I had at one point had an idea of turning this into the cat's litter box area, which might work, but my worry is right now the cats are using litter boxes that are maybe this tall or taller. I'm not sure.
I don't think they're that tall.
You don't think they're quite this tall?
No.
Okay. So.
But still,
it could work.
It's a little narrow. We'll do experiments and test it. But
yeah.
If that doesn't work for this space, we'll use it for for storage.
Yeah.
All sorts of little tool. We're not lacking for storage space.
No, definitely not. Okay.
I got it. But yeah.
So we'll figure this out.
This is also.
That used to be what, heater?
Yeah, the heat exchanger went in here, took the fuel, took the coolant from the engine, and it's still there. The heat exchanger is still in there, but these went up into the ducts underneath that ran along the full length of the bus that I've since taken out. You've probably seen in a previous video.
Yeah.
But we'll probably leave that because it's too much trouble to try and remove it. It's a space inside that we can use, but I'm still not sure. This is
storage.
I wonder what that is. This is where the old air conditioner compressor or condenser used to go. It's still there.
But we're going to take all that off.
Yeah, we're going to pull this out. It's got a grate that does go over top of it. It's in the bay.
Mm-hmm.
And we're considering putting the. This is where the condenser is. The compressor's on the other side. I forgot to show you that, but maybe we can show you that later. Pull this out, take this radiator out, all the condenser stuff and the fans that it uses out, put the grate back on, and use this as a place for our
mini split?
Yeah, the outdoor portion of the mini split.
Yeah.
Which requires airflow, and it'd be perfect right here. And then we can just run it up inside. Yeah. Because it's an empty space. It's all boxed in.
Yeah. That would be a good spot for it.
Yeah, it's completely boxed in with full airflow because underneath it's just got bars. It doesn't have a floor.
Right.
So it have airflow here and also through the grate here. Perfect for that. Again, these are the problems we're having.
Yeah, we took a lot of things off of the doors. That's why they're just hanging like this. So. Because
they wouldn't open and they wouldn't close properly.
Yeah.
Because they
were just locking up on us.
So what we did is I took off the pins that they locked to. So that's what these are. And you can see the trim up here, which used to be, is we've gotten rid of that. We did have it, but we decided to screw it and throw it out. This is we don't have this piece, so we're gonna have to do it with wood or something else. Yeah,
but that's all stuff that we can figure out after we do our roof raise, because that's gonna be kind of our roof raise line. One thing I was gonna say about the bay area that we're calling the basement is that obviously we're gonna have our big 100-gallon water tanks down here, so one will be fresh, one will be gray water. Right now this is holding a lot of materials and things that we need to take to recycling, but we're also gonna have a washer dryer down here. Yeah, there's gonna be plenty of room for all of that, and of course we'll still have some space for storage, some space for, we actually on the other side of the bus, kind of in that area over there, we're gonna have the battery bay, right?
Yeah, the electrical room. Yeah, that's gonna be over there
for the solar system.
And we were thinking, as she talked, this would be where the water bay, the plumbing bay, where the tanks would go up front against the bulkhead here, because it's. Although I will need to have access to that hatch. There's a hatch that goes into the air system for the bus, the compressor, and the tanks are behind that hatch, and I will need access to that. So we might even put the tanks against here, because they'll come up to here.
Wall. Yeah. And they'll go all the way across, which will create balance.
This used to be. This is for the. This is the diesel tanks, the fuel tanks. I'll show you. These don't generally open. All you need to do is open this section to get into the refill. But I'll take a look at what's inside. This is just the tank. This is the fuel tank.
It's huge.
The diesel tank. There's two of them, one on the other side. However, they are connected. Oh, sorry. They are connected. So even though there's two tanks, they do work together. there is a small connection between them. So if you fill up one, you're filling up both. They only have them separated like that to avoid the sloshing around of a full tank.
Oh, okay.
Because that would
I didn't know
cause
that.
that would cause some balance problems.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that goes in there. So this would normally be closed. You wouldn't even have access to this. It actually bolts underneath closed, and you just open it here.
Okay, let me talk about this one.
Yeah, all yours, baby.
So this little bay that doesn't have a door, we're thinking about turning this into a free little library. It's rather large and goes back, you know, we've got some random stuff in here, but yeah, it goes back pretty far. And so my thought is that instead of trying to reattach one of the old doors, that we could take like teak and maybe some plexiglass, something like that, and create a new door and just have it be have a magnet that makes it stay.
You could even do just another mag lock, or even a rare earth magnet that will hold them close to each corner.
Yeah.
It requires enough force to open that you don't have to worry about it when we're driving.
Yeah.
Or we could even just jury rig some little lock to hold it close while we're driving.
So when we park somewhere, people can come and get books from our free little library, and we could also have, like, my thought is, you know, I like in Portland there are lots of little poet posts all around our neighborhoods, and so we could have a little poet post in here, which I think would be really fun. So anyway, we have enough spots out here that we can make strange, interesting little nooks.
But yeah, I love the little library idea. I think that's so cool. This is where the trash lived.
Oh yeah, that's where the trash lives.
If you go in, when we go inside, we'll show you. Make sure to remind me to show this.
Okay.
The little things that push here, and there was a little icon for trash.
Oh yeah.
And it's right near the floor, and it's where you push things in, and you can see the trash containers.
Right here it is. This is what held all of the trash on the bus, and this was one of those where we couldn't get it open, and Patrick had to basically saw the thing, and it's closed again, but who knows. Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, no,
it's not worth it right now.
I'm not gonna futz with it.
Yeah, it's just an empty spot now.
We'll have to go.
But one thing is that recently we actually saw the spare tire. Some of y'all have maybe heard us talking about that we've been trying to get into this spare tire compartment for a long time. We still haven't gotten into it. This is it right here. So this actually opens and it has a hinge.
Pop down,
yeah, it pops down. But from inside the bus, we were able to see the spare tire a couple weeks ago. And so we know that we have one. Oh yeah, it's right here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right here. Let me see if I can grab a crowbar.
So I was actually feeling, I don't know, pessimistic about the idea that this 22-year-old bus still had a spare tire, but it does. So that's good. Yeah, there it is. You can kind of see it down there. There we go. Yep, there it is. Yeah.
Which we're going to be getting rid of anyway.
Yep. Okay, so let's just show them some plans on the inside, and then we'll do some work.